Alright, ladies and gents, welcome back to World of Tanks with Globbits again on Globbits Gaming Channel. Right, I can't remember who I promised, I think it was Husky, a review on the Cromwell, not a review, but a how-to on the Cromwell and the Comet. Well, I've done my Cromwell video, that's down below in one of the videos. It needs a bit further down. I did it a couple of weeks ago. So I thought it's high time I did this. Now I've been waiting to try and get some decent footage, and I had to basically wait until I got teamed up with a couple of guys like Melanthius and guys like that in order to get some good games in this thing, because I really struggle with this thing on my own. I seem to think differently to my team every single time. I think I'm going to go over there, and my team says, "No, fuck you, Globs, I'm going to go over there." But anyway, leave me alone. Anyway, enough of my griping. The Cromwell, not the Cromwell, the Comet, Globs. We're doing a Comet review, Globs. Come on. Get a grip. Okay, so Comet then. British Tier 7 medium. Speak to a few people. They think it's an awesome tank. I'm not gonna go as far to say it's awesome. It's not bad by any means, but I wouldn't say it's awesome. One thing you're gonna find when you get to this vehicle, stock, it sucks. It really does suck. Coming through the modules though, it gets progressively better. The problem is you're coming from this thing, and I found the Comet an anticlimax after the Cromwell. The Cromwell is an absolutely amazing tier 6 medium. For me, it's one of the best tier 6s in the game. I love it. You've heard me go on about it forever. You know, if you know this channel, you know me, you know how much I love the Cromwell. If you don't know how much I love the Cromwell, go and watch my videos on it. I've had some amazing games in this thing. It's fast, it's manoeuvrable, it turns on a sixpence, it's got piss all armour. The gun's really good, but its mobility is what the key thing is, and that's pretty much the tone, the tone set for the British medium line from now on. However, you get to this thing, and it's noticeably different. But think about it, you're going up the tiers now. You're in with the bigger boys now. You're not going to have the scrappy-do nippiness of this thing in a heavier vehicle, because it is heavier. Now, not by much, but it's heavier. Now, it's got 1150 hit points, which is a good chunk of upgrade health from the Cromwell. I mean, you're getting an extra, what, 400 HP, which is enough to take a shot in the face from an IS, which is all good. You know, bearing in mind the IS might actually bounce off you, but we'll come to that in a minute. With my setup, okay, 33.15 tons, pushed around by a 650 horsepower engine, which gives it a top speed of 51, which ain't bad. I mean, it's no Cromwell. Cromwell's 64 kph. Cromwell is quick. I find this is a lot slower to accelerate though. It's only shoving around a couple of extra tons, but it does just not seem to accelerate as fast. But then again, when you've had the Cromwell for so long as I have, you know, I'm a hard person to please. Traverse speed 36, just compare it. Exactly the same as Cromwell. It doesn't feel like it is though. I feel that Cromwell turns a hell of a lot quicker than this. It just feels like it does. But hey ho. 76 front armour, 43 at the sides, and 32 at the rear. Don't get shot. Basically, that's what that armour stats tells me. Bearing in mind you're against tier 7s now, you're going to be facing things potentially tier 9s, object 704s. You're going to be facing things like ISU 152s, T29s, ISs, IS3s. You do not want to be getting shot by those boys in this thing, okay? Mobility is your best defence. 111mm of front armour on the turret, however. Now, the turret is quite troll, okay, because this big thick gunman that here, it says on paper 111, but it's not. It's a lot thicker than that. This plate here is your 111mm. That plate just there. This bit is all extra gubbins that the enemy's shell's got to get through. And you can get quite trolley with this thing, going hull down, but more on that later. 63 at the sides, 57 at the rear. Alright. Your gun, we'll talk about in a minute. Turret traverse is an excellent 46. It'll allow you to circle of death people. View range 380 is pretty good. In fact, that's really, really good. It's getting, I mean, the pattern has only got an extra 20, 30 metres of view range, and that's tier 9. So it's not too bad. And the signal range is 700, not too bad at all, not too shabby. On some of the bigger maps you might struggle long range scouting, but then again you're a medium, you're not going to be scouting in it. Guns then. This is the gun you want. Alright, we can talk about the other ones. Yeah, you get the Vickers off the Cromwell. You start off with the howitzer. I think that's the one off the Cromwell. That's our velocity. Yeah, you get that one off the Cromwell, and it's not a bad gun at tier 6. I mean, there's not much difference between the two, really. To be honest, it's not really an upgrade as such. It is and it isn't. I mean, on paper, there's not a lot between the two. You get an extra 3mm of average penetration, a little bit more alpha, yeah, a little bit more on your premium ammo. They both shoot APCR. So to be honest with you, the gun is not your highest priority on the research tree. For me, it's your engine, your tracks, and your radio, and your turret. I'll probably go turret first, actually. Yeah, go turret first, or tracks, depending on which. I can't remember how I did it. Yeah, but your mobility is the key. I mean, for the first engine, you get 600. That extra 50 horsepower could be the difference between them missing and not. You know, so I wouldn't exactly go for the guns straight away. Turret, then your tracks and radio, then get the 77mm. Personally, modules, standard issued modules, standard issued consumables there. First aid kit, small repair kit, and fire extinguisher. One thing I would advise: set your fire extinguisher to your space bar. Okay, and how you do that? You go into settings, controls, go down here, scroll down, consumable 6, space bar. Okay, and always put your fire extinguisher, alright, in here, number 6. Alright, what that basically means is if you catch fire, you just hammer the keyboard with your fist on the space bar and it'll put it out. Because I found a couple of times, especially in the high tier tanks, you're looking around for the 6 key, you have to take your eyes off the screen. Whereas if you got on a WSD key, your thumb, if you put your fingers on your WSD keys now, your thumb naturally rests on your space bar. Just a personal thing. So there's one another Glob's little tips. Ammunition. I'm going to say this now. I always carry premium ammo with this vehicle. You've got to. If you're facing tier 9s, you've got to carry premium ammo. Your standard AP ammo is just not good enough against, for example, an M103 or an E75. Okay, 140mm penetration just not cut it against tier 9s. 208 ain't that much greater, but you do need a bit. I don't carry a lot. I mean, some people carry exclusively APCR in this thing. I don't. I carry a mixture. HE for shooting at things in caps to reset cap. 16 APCR, 39. Work out your balance for yourself, but you do not want to get caught out facing the E75 without any premium ammo, because you're just not going to do anything. For module fit, I've gone for rammer, because firing quick is always good. Vents, because it makes everything better. And a vert stabilizer. Now this is the difference between the Cromwell and the Comet. The Cromwell cannot fit one of these. If any tank in your garage that can fit one of these and hasn't got one, get it fitted. Alright, because an extra 20% accuracy during turret rotation and movement. So firing on the move is 20% more accurate with an accuracy of 0.34. That is pretty good. Yeah, that is pretty good. Which means you can drive around like a lunatic and quite accurately shoot at people with this thing. Alright. Crew skills. My first set of crew skills have gone for Mentor and my Commander to make these guys get their experience quicker. As soon as I get it, 6th Sense. Snapshot, because that gives me extra accuracy during turret rotation, which is always good. Clutch braking on my driver to make it turn faster. Situational awareness on my radio op. And repairs on my loader. As soon as he gets 100%, he's having safe stowage. Alright, enough said on that one. You know, not really a lot of point getting camo or repairs or anything like that. So, how does this tank actually play? Well, you can play it like your Cromwell if you want to. You can be a fast-moving, roving medium to sort of like poke out, use your turret armour and shoot at people, and that's generally what I do. The gun depression on this thing is amazing. The only thing that stops this gun going any further down is this bit here on the hull. This gun can pretty much point down here. It's ridiculously good at gun depression. You basically, all you do is you pop up and all they can see is your turret front. They'll shoot at it. The amount of times I've had like ISs ping off me. I mean, I remember a one shot that an M103 bounced off my turret, and it was an Object 704. I was on Erlenberg, and I popped round one of the ridge corners. I looked round and he shot me, and he actually spent the rest of the game bitching about me being a hacker. Yeah, because he hit my turret plate. Safe to say I just responded with, yeah, cheers for that, boring. But there was a massive point here, ping off this little bit of the gun mantlet here. It's very, very strong. Other options, you can scout in it if you want to. The thing is, people aren't scared of Comets, and I think there's a lot of other tier 7 mediums out there. Well, the fact the tier 7 mediums as a whole are pretty crap. I mean, you got your T20, he's not very good. What else you got? What the Russians got to offer? That T43, yeah, they're garbage. T20, NAF, Germany, what they got? Oh, a Panther. Trollolololol. Yeah, we're scared of them. 3002D, yeah, they're okay. Not too bad at all. What the Frenchies got in mediums? What they got as a medium? They haven't, have they? Oh yeah, auto-loading thing. That's a light tank. No, they haven't got one. And the Chinese have got these guys. Now, I'm personally quite worried about T-34-1s. But to be honest with you, the tier 7 mediums, people aren't scared of you. And you can use that to your advantage. One thing I would say, stick with people. Do not get caught out on your own. I've had some amazing games on this thing, but very few of them have been on my own. Try not to get caught out on your own. Try and work as a team. Support your other guys. You know, you've got the DPM. Okay, you've got the DPM with your gun. Yeah, you've got 15 rounds a minute. Use your DPM and whittle your enemies down. Let's see if I can demonstrate this in a bit more gameplay. I'm not really one for talking tactics. Let's just see what the gameplay looks like. General verdict, all in all, I like it, but I don't like it as much as this. I was speaking to a couple of well-known YouTubers. I wasn't speaking to them, but from what I've heard, they actually really love this tank. But I personally, I'll just give me my Cromwell. It's not a bad tank by any stretch of the imagination. Don't get me wrong, guys. It's well worth the grind. It's well worth, and it leads on to some amazing vehicles. It leads on to your Centurion 1 and eventually your Centurion 7-1. Alright, it's well worth sticking with, but I don't think I'll be keeping it. I'm not sure as of yet. I don't know if I'm going to keep it yet. I would advise it's not a very good idea to sell your tanks. I mean, I would only get 700,000 credits for this vehicle. To be honest with you, I probably won't sell it, but I'm umming and ahhing. If I get a better offer, she's gone. But at the minute, I'm sticking with it. So let's have a look at some gameplay. See if I can demonstrate what I was talking about. Right then, to the action. First game. Now just take a little bit of a look-see. Possibly the worst matchmaking you can get on your Comet. You're in a tier 7 medium, okay, and it's a tier 9 game. Some very, very, very dangerous tanks on a map that really, there's only one place you can go, to the valley. Mediums tend to go to the valley. Now, I'm talking with Melanthius and Georgie over TeamSpeak, and we've decided we're going to have to play cautiously because, let's put it this way, look at their one platoon, the enemy one platoon. They're in two really strong mediums, tier 9 mediums, and a really strong tank destroyer, and their WZ-120 player knows what he's doing. We cannot lead the charge, but what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get in position, use my hull down, use my gun depression to my advantage, stay in bushes, and generally be cautious. Okay, so general thing about this game, I'm alright in this map. I don't really like it that much because I think it's one of those maps that dictates where you have to go depending on what kind of tank you're in, and I really don't like that. But we notice as well the heavies, they're not really deploying very well. Cool. Bombs. Now, our pattern has got himself into a whole world of pain. I've switched to premium at long range for WZ, and the pattern just doesn't waste his tank. Not saying he's a bad player, but look at your team at the start. Yeah, he was a really strong medium platoon, and why the hell did he do that? But anyway, I'll switch back to standard ammo, and I'm just going to put my gun to work. Use the friendly spots from the E50 and all those guys. Use this hill. Alright, I'll just pause it here quickly. There's your gun depression. Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, really, really good gun depression on the Comet. It's very rare to have a tank that's got that much gun depression. See how much you can actually use? Yeah, loads. The only thing that stops the gun from going any lower is the hull itself. So I'm going to use this bush because it hides you for the first shot. And see what I can see. There's an E75 at redonkulous range. I like spending ammunition, so I thought I'd have a couple of pops at him. Ah well, worth a try. You might hit a hatch, you never know. Or a track even, attract somebody. Ah, WZ, we shoot him a few times. Missed. Yep, some good damage. Whittling them down, you know, helping this KV5 out. Oh, there's thinner armour targets are good. Snapshot there, should have really aimed it, but never mind. Yeah, put some hurt on the tier 9s. Keep whittling them down. That's all you got to do. Keep whittling them down. Now, I shoot the VK here, because I want rid of him. He's got a dirt gun. If he's firing gold, he can hurt us. Track damage. And I track him again. Now that tracks him in place. My gunner's tracking him again, and then the last shot set him on fire. Yeah, so much for their tier 9 mediums. You notice that people are bitching in chat as well about gold ammo. It's part of the game, get over it. Stop bitching about it. End of the day, it's available for credits. If you want to use it, use it. As far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Just don't be bitching if they shoot it. I think personally you should put it back to being gold ammo only, or just remove it from the game. Because certain tanks require you to buy and use gold ammo. T69 for example. The gun on the T69 with its standard ammo is a pile of wank. You have to use gold ammo to be competitive. But, you know, they're not going to change it because it makes wargaming money. At the end of the day, that's what wargaming are in this for. They're in this to make money, despite how what they say. Yep. Now this, poor old Melanthius meets an untimely end in this particular situation. Watch this. This is a cracking shot from the enemy artillery. There we spot him, and headshot. And yes, the Globs bounces off the GW Panther, but then gets an ammo rack. One-shotted by a Comet. Have it. Now, let's just pause it there. Tier 7 mediums, Tier 9 game. Our heavies and tank destroyers have failed. Now, let's just cap. Let's just cap. We can win this game by capping. And Merle's screaming at us on TeamSpeak at this point. Just cap, guys, just cap. Perfect little house here. They've got no artillery left. All we need to do is kill the VK. One thing I forgot to mention in my review. This tank has no gun depression rearwards. It cannot aim down behind itself. So be very, very careful when you're circling someone. If you need your gun depression, do not point the tank. It can go a lot lower than that, but it can't go as low as it can forward facing because the turret's so far forward on the vehicle. That's one thing I forgot to mention. Same with the Comet as well. I'm just going to sit here. Now I'm not going to lie to you. We just sit here for the rest of the game, and we win by capping. The tier 7 mediums won by capping. You don't have to be the biggest, hardest kid on the block. You just got to fight smart and use your head. The big boys were too busy pissing around arguing, and generally just not paying attention to their map. We realise there's very few tanks on their team that can actually get back. The tank destroyer gets back. The Mr. KV5 starts skyscraping like an absolute boss. So they shoot at him. But it's the MT25 and us two mediums that are actually capping. Yeah. So you don't have to kill everybody to win. Awesome sauce. On to the next one then. We've got some post-battle results screen for that one. Right, post-battles for that one then. Didn't really do fantastically well. Only got 1,000 damage, 690 spotting damage. But without us, we'd have lost. Plain and simple. If we weren't there, we'd have lost. However, I do like the whole thing on the GW Panther. All 5 boxes on the GW Panther. I spotted him. Spotting damage. Critical damage was ammo rack. 1 shot, 1 kill. That's what I like to see. 1 shot, 1 kill. Good old Glob sniping. Didn't even finish top, but I finished second. I finished second in a tier 9 game. I class that as a good job, personally. ISU 152 did better than me by about 30 points. But you know what? Thing is, this is how the game balances things out. I was shooting at tanks 2 tiers higher than mine and damaging them. That 1000 damage was done to tier 9s and the tier 7 artillery. You get more kudos for it. You get more experience for it, and more credits for killing things that are a lot higher tier than you, because it's hard to do. So, hey ho. If you're top tier, you've got to work a lot harder than somebody that's lower tier for the same amount of damage, if that makes sense. To be honest, not a fantastic game, but it does go to show you that you can make a difference in a low tier tank. I always get this in chat all the time. Oh, I'm not going to do anything in this game. Fucking matchmaking, it's shit. But you can do something. You know, a contribution is a contribution. Anyway, on to the next one. A little bit more entertaining this time. Okay, game number 2 then. Myself, Rover King and Tim are platooned up in our Comets. What's better than 1 Comet? 3 Comets. However, what this has actually done, us being platooned up in mediums, the enemy has got a heavy tank advantage on us. Their top platoon are all in heavies, we're in mediums. No big deal though, not too bad at all. Now we decide that we're going to use the North Road to use our gun depression. So we've looked at the mobility already on the previous game. That was the main thing that I'd like trying to get out of the previous game. Now what we're going to look at is the Comet's hull down abilities and its bits and pieces that it can do. Now, I'm just going to speed it up a little bit while we get into position, because it's not exactly very fast when you're going uphill. Pretty boring. So, we get an initial spot off. The main thing is we get an initial spot off in the centre. Somebody has taken his brave pills. If you keep your eyes on F5. Yeah, the friendly Comet's taking his brave pills. He's got himself way out of position, and we just basically taking pot shots at him just to see if we can whittle him down a little bit. Now what this unfortunately does, it gives the enemy a chance to get in position. It isn't a massive issue. I didn't lead that one enough. I didn't even hit him. Yeah, I didn't even hit him. But we've stopped and we shouldn't have done. But it turns out we're lucky, because the enemy that are pushing up here didn't get a wiggle on to press the advantage. So we're going to see what's over here. Now what actually comes over this hill is actually quite scary, and it's a testament to this tank. So what we got so far, we've got an Easy 8 and an SU 12244, so a tier 6 medium and a tier 7 tank destroyer. I have a little pop, see what I can see. He's backing off. I can move over. Yeah, have a look in sniper view, see if you can see. Didn't see anything. Now, KV-1S. Okay, fair enough. Hellcat. Okay, that's cool. Have a little bit of look. Can't see anything. 4 tanks so far. Easy 8 is off. Don't know where he's got now. There's an IS-2 there, and there's a Tiger P, and I think there's a Tiger there somewhere as well. So basically, most of their team have come this way. Now Tim playing the bush thing like an absolute boss. So I'm just trying to look for some turret shots or something, and I take one in the face. Okay, no big deal. And we're just whittling them down. They're not going to pressure us. Tim's basically taking my bush, and he's taking a shit kicking for his troubles. He's down to 377. Now I ask him to back off so I can take the position, but he just says, no, let's just wait for artillery. Just wait for artillery. Yeah, but the artillery's got its own problems. Look at our base. So let's start taking some hatch shots. Using the gun depression, using cover. There you go. Shoot the weak point. Sit here. Whittling them down. Whittling them down. That's crit. I assume crew damage. Or possibly turret ring. Yeah. Pull out, shoot, back off. Pull out, shoot, back off. Use your gun depression in your turret armour. These guys don't want any part of us. Simply because they're scared to get hit. Look, I take one in the face. Let's just stop that there. You know, where did I take that hit? Yeah, they're shooting at my weak point. They're shooting at the flat piece of my turret. Alright, they're shooting the bits that aren't the mantlet, basically. So these guys know what they're doing. XVM's not currently working on this particular replay, but they knew what they were doing. We've got artillery raining down, but we keep moving. You know, it's 3 artillery pieces, and they've been shelling us regularly. Rover King's dead, unfortunately. Oh, that wasn't Tim now, that was Rover King. Unfortunately, Rover King's dead.
Didn't go through.
I assume taking out my artillery.
Enemy armor is damaged.
And we've just... look at what we've done to these guys. We've basically pushed them back. And and they don't want any part of us.
Critical hit.
They're actually retreating from us because they can't get to us.
We didn't even scratch them. That one didn't go through. We didn't even scratch them.
Tiger, he don't want any part of us either. You know, he don't want to be there because he knows that he's in trouble.
Enemy armor is hit.
And he's off. Where you coming, Tigger? Okay, just abandon your friendly tank destroyer. But the Hellcat takes out Tiger anyway.
Penetrate their armor.
Tim takes him out, takes the kill shot, and basically now we've just got free reign on the enemy base now. It's just a clean-up operation. There's 3 artillery and a tank destroyer left. Now, again, that was the hull down demonstration, yeah? You get yourself hull down, poking, and all that kind of stuff. Now, what the Globs does is a bit cheeky here. The Globs asks Tim, politely, if he wouldn't mind if I killed all 3 artillery pieces. There's only 2 grills and I think it's a Wesp. I think. Let's have a look. 2 grills and a Wesper. No, Panzer IV, lots of things. Now, I started shooting at this grill and basically wasting ammo shooting buildings. But Tim, he spots them all for me. He shoots the grill once and gets shot in the face by a grill. So, bang.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
I don't want any of the friendlies to get any of these kills because you actually get a medal for killing more than 3 artillery, and it's a very rare one to get these days considering the amount of artillery pieces in the game. Shoot blind. Hopefully try and hit him. Did I actually hit him?
Track hit.
No. Fuck it. Ramming speed.
Armor is hit.
Ramming speed. Donk. Turn the turret. Thank you very much. Good night, Vienna. 3 kills for the Globs. But more importantly, 3 scumbags. So, let's have a look at post-game. Alright then, there's your post-game shenanigans from Sacred Valley. Didn't really do that great on that one. Personally, 240 spotting, 1578 damage, so 1500 damage, 71% hit ratio. Did quite a bit of damage, hit a few things. I can't remember what critical damage I did to the IS-2. I assume either crew or some sort of gun damage or something, I can't remember. But these games were from a while ago. Let's look at the next one. Tim had an absolute blinding game. He was the star of the show personally. Unfortunately, he got taken out by artillery at the end. Did manage to get myself a medal for killing artillery. Pascucci's medal, I think, or Pascucci, or whatever his name is. That's the medal you get for killing 3 artillery. Yeah, not a bad showing. Now, but the key thing about that game was, it wasn't the fact that I killed 3 artillery, it wasn't the fact Tim had a blind game. We held up in 3 tier 7 mediums, as top tier, with the help of a Hellcat and a Tiger, the entire enemy team. They did not want to come up over that ridge, faced by 3 Comets with our DPM. They just didn't want it. Again, you can make a difference in mediums, but you've got to be in a bloody team, unfortunately. Anyway, on to the last game then. Alright. Last game of the trilogy then. This is really combining the speed, mobility and the gun depression and the general rate of fire of the gun and all that. It brings it all together. Just to put it in perspective, not exactly great players on either team. We're a 66% win chance. XVM's finally started to start working. Myself and Melanthius are the 2 better players on the whole match, really. The BDR G1B driver is pretty good.
Let's go.
But to be honest, we're going to have to pull something out. Now, what we've done here, Merle's got a bit of a love affair for his T29. I struggle on his live stream to get him out of it. And I was obviously grinding the Comet to try and get some footage for you guys. So we basically said, you know what, just go on your T29, bro. I'll go on my Comet. We'll just go our separate ways. It doesn't really work very well to do that sometimes with a platoon. Especially with a team as bad as this. But anyway, I can't really go where Mill's going. Mill's going in the town. If I went in the town in this thing, they just nom me, chew me up, spit me out, and chew me again for afters. Mediums tend to have to go north on this one, but there's a nice ridge up at A and B1 that you can use to shoot down on any guys coming from the red spawn area. Usually they're mediums, but there aren't that many mediums on the enemy team. It's TDs and heavies. And something happens in this game that I didn't really expect. Let's just fast forward it. Not a great deal happens for the first few minutes. Let's just slow it down again. Now, the usual scout rush happens. This poor old Lux, you know, bless him. I do get a bit of a thing about shooting at the Globbits tanks. I really don't want to. The poor little, cute little things. Now, the reason I was backing off was I didn't want to get shot by any camping tank choice. But look, we find tigers wallowing in the river. Now, from that kind of range, you're talking 350 metres. This gun's more than adequate to go through the front of a tiger. And the tiger's got teeth now. It's got a pretty good reload. It's been given the DPM that it needed. But this Crusader's got to die because I don't want him to start spotting me. If he starts spotting me and those tigers start planting 88mm shells at me, I'm going to have problems. So I've been spotted. I don't know what that was, but something shot at me. Where did it hit? Top of my turret. It pinged off the plate. That front part of that turret there is an instant bounce zone. That's greater than 70mm. Stuff's going to bounce off that regular basis. So that was a lucky bounce. Spotting for the enemy, for the friendly team, taking shots at the tigers. They haven't noticed me, but this Crusader will have now. He's proxy spotted me. So this tiger should start looking at me. Oh, no, seems to be oblivious. Okay. Let's take our time. Start putting shots into him. Use the reload. Oh, got a shot from the side then. Let's just have a look, see where that hit. Of interest. The turret again. Yeah, gun manlet. Yeah, the gun manlet. Look at that, right by the machine gun. I think it was that T-34-85 there. That was the guy shooting me there. Is he looking at me? Let's have a look. Yeah, he's looking at me. There he is, look. Yeah, he's pinging at me with his 85mm. He hit my turret. For him, though, I don't think he can see that much of my tank, really, from his position. I need to zoom out mod on this thing. That's one thing I do need to get is a zoom out mod to do these reviews. Anyway, on with it. I'm not really bothered. I can take the hit. I take all the hits off. Yeah, he penned me there. What did he? Where did he hit me there? Let's have a look. So just wait for the smoke. Yeah, he went for the hull. Yeah, he didn't pen the turret mantlet, the gun mantlet. He actually penetrated the side of my hull. Maybe he was aiming for it. I don't know. I realised I've taken damage from him, so I'll return the favour. Missing completely. Come on, Gunner. There we go. Let's start getting that DPM to work. Bounced off him. Blind shot. And secured the kill. So, that tiger. Where's he gone? Is he still there? Now, let's just take a minute, right? Considering all the stuff, look at the map, okay? Merle's in the town on his own, right? He's in the town on his own. He's gone balls deep into the town, and eventually he comes a cropper. But look at what's shooting at that tiger. Those tigers. I don't know. What the hell were they thinking? What the hell were they thinking? So I'm just going to nudge forward again, just see if I can get the view range. I mean, that green circle on the map, that green circle is my view range, but I still can't see that tiger because he's got a little bit of camo rating, which will nullify a little bit of my view range. So I'm just going to creep forward in a minute, just to see what I can see. I've got support. There we go, there he is. Penetrating on the front plate, more than enough. And he just gets absolutely wasted. So I don't think there's much more left that's going to be hiding in the woods. There's probably some TDs up near the base or something. But I'm going to use my mobility, get my ass down this hill as quickly as possible. Yeah, 51 kph. It shifts this thing. And when you're moving at speed, you know, start firing on the move. You've got the vert stab. Yeah, you may as well fire and hit and penetrate. And crash into a stationary tiger. But I was using the tiger as a little bit of cover. I want to keep that T1 heavy spotted. I've got support. This is the thing. When you're playing mediums like this and you start getting aggressive, you've got to look around you and see what you've got helping you. See what support you've got. I mean, Melanthius has played an absolute blinder in that town. I mean, I'd love to have got his replay from him, just to give you a perspective from his perspective. Unfortunately, he wasn't recording replays at this point. But he's done an absolutely amazing job basically holding that town on his own. With, for want of a better word, absolutely no support for the team whatsoever. Yeah, Tier 1 heavy spotted. And he's dead. So, what's going to be in their base, do you think? What's left? KB1, maybe. Oh, there he is, KB1. Yeah, penetrates the front of the hull. DPM to work. I'm going to sit here and trade with him. I've got the health. He's going to lose a DPM fight with me. He's going to get another one. Yeah, he gets another one. It's me. What was he using? What gun was he using? Looking at the size of the hole, probably the dirt gun. Probably the dirt gun. But he wasn't doing that much damage to me. See if we can see it as I drive past. Drive past him. Let's have a look. Oh no. No, he was using the top gun. Oh, that's all good. Kudos to him then. Oh, a Hummel. Om nom 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 nom. Globby likes artillery. Om nom nom nom. And he bounces! Bounces off a Hummel. Fantastic. And it will give the Hummel chance to shoot at me. I do. He scratched the paint. You any idea how long it takes to fix tracks? Now, there's 2 tanks left. Yeah, Flat Panzer, who's been spotted around about E9, who's just going to get absolutely nom-nommed by the KV-1 or the Tiger. There he is, good old Flat Panzer. Smashed apart by the Tiger, I hope. There he goes, Tiger's going balls deep. Boom. Nearly there. Now, I've got 5 kills. Nearly 3k damage. I want that last kill. I want that last kill. What I'm going to do now is ask in chat, give me Top Gun, give me a chance. What I meant by this was give me a chance to get this last guy. I've got the mobility, give me a chance to go get him. Don't cap. So, I'm going to speed it up a little bit as I go and try and search for him. He was last spotted around K9, K0, and then one of the KV-13's friendly guys, one of his teammates, does something that's absolutely unforgivable. Absolutely unforgivable. Dark Venken in your Stug 3, dude, you are an asswipe. He told me where he was, and he's on 39 HP. Why would you do that? That is a really twattish thing to do. And quite rightly, the AMX AC46 driver says, you know what, you reported, and I used all 5 of my reports on this guy. Dude, if you don't get a ban, you bloody well deserve one. Because he tells me I would not have searched up here. I wouldn't have found that KV-13 in time. But it turns out I do. And he gets a shot off on me. But that's it. That's all she wrote. Alright. Let's have some post-game stats on that one then. Okay, there's post-game stats for that game on Highway there. Now, I apologise for my language there, guys, alright, but that was really, really uncalled for what that Stug did. Yes, it did give me the Top Gun, and I'm not going to complain, but it's just a really knobbish thing to do. That KV-13 probably fought his heart out in that town, and he just didn't want to die. And he just hid because he knew he's been outplayed, etc, etc, etc. Now, I wouldn't have found him, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't going that way, I was going towards our cap. If I was him, I'd have been balls deep down to the cap, trying as fast as I can try and cap, but never mind. So, got me a Top Gun and a Sniper. ×2 victory, 4,580 experience. Nicely getting me on my way to my Centurion there. 54,000 credits. 87% accuracy. 2,107 spotting damage. Not a bad effort at all. It reflects in the experience. Okay, 1,527 base experience. If I hadn't got it, I would have definitely have thought that would be my Mastery Badge. I've already got the Mastery Badge on the Comet. I only got 100 less damage than Merle, which is not very often you see this, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, drum roll and all that kind of good stuff. It's not very often I finish higher than Merle on the damage chart. Sorry, on the experience chart. Okay, so what do we take away from this all told then? This battle in particular. Gun depression, awesome. Mobility, awareness of what's going on around you. Using your gun mantler, it's just a generally good vehicle for that particular kind of play. So if if you're looking at getting it, you want to do that kind of play, it's pretty good. Let's just do the next slide. Received a fair bit of damage. 2,100 spotting damage is awesome. Got plenty of profit. Yeah, just an all-round really, really good game. Alright, so just back to the garage and we'll do a quick summary. Okay, ladies and gents, then to summarise. What do I think about the Comet? In general, you're going to have to adapt to a different sort of play style with it if you've come from the Cromwell and you really enjoy the Cromwell. By no means is it a bad vehicle. To me, it's the best Tier 7 medium, and I'll stand by that. I think it's the best of a bad bunch, because let's be honest with you, those of you that play through to Tier 7, the Tier 7 mediums, as a rule, as a generalisation, are pretty dire. But this thing, played correctly in the right situation, in the right hands, with the right terrain, and all that kind of, you can make this thing shine. a friend of mine, well, he's not a friend, but the guy that we all know, Quickie Baby, yeah, he makes this thing look amazing. But he's a much better player than I am. Obviously, if I get a little bit better at it and all, I'll probably stick with it, despite what I said at the start of the video. I'm starting to get to the thing now where I'm no longer selling tanks. I'm not going to start selling tanks anymore because it's a false economy. Because you always go back to them, because eventually Wargaming will nerf a shit tank. Sorry, nerf it. They'll improve a shit tank, and you think, oh, I'll go back to that and have a look. For example, the Tiger. Glob's had a Tiger. Globs is regretting selling his Tiger every day since the buff. And as you look at my credits, I'm slowly working my way towards it. I may potentially buy the Tiger back in the very near future. I'm only like 460,000 credits shy of it. So, in summary then, you're going to have to change your playstyle. Do not drive this thing like a Cromwell. You're going to have to start using your hull down positions. If you're top tier, you can get a bit cheeky with people. If you're bottom tier though, you're going to have to behave yourself, because in a tier 7 medium, in your bottom tier, you're going to play with the big boys, and the big boys don't take kindly to pesky mediums pissing them off, and they will, if they see you, they think, ooh, squishy, and they'll shoot you for free experience, okay, because they know they're guaranteed pretty much to pen you. Just work it out for yourself. See what you think. I'd recommend it. I like it. And that's all I'm going to say. It's not an awesome tank, like the Cromwell, but it'll do. Comet, you'll do, bro. You'll do. So, to summarise a bit further then, ladies and gents, the channel is growing exponentially. My inbox on my phone, my mobile phone, is always buzzing me, telling me that you're all commenting on stuff and you're all thing, and I really do look forward to reading your comments. Do you want to see more of this kind of thing? Do you want me to do these kind of reviews and get gameplay footage and all that kind of stuff? If you do, let me know. Bung it in the comments. These are the vehicles I've currently got. I'll just flick through so you can see them. Yeah, just slowly flicking through. I don't mind doing a little bit of a reviewy type thing on any of these, within reason. Obviously, give me a chance to get the Top Gun on the Marder before you... I'm doing this because of the new patch, by the way. I'm grinding through this. It is as shit as people say it is. Shudder. Don't ask me to do a Marder 2 review. That's the one stipulation I'm going to put on it. Any of these you like that you want to have a look at, that's fine. Just give me a chance to obviously get the footage together and actually think of something interesting and funny to say, and generally sort some commentary out. Give me a chance on that one. Hopefully during the new patch. Looking forward to the new patch. Next time there's a patch coming out, I think it's going to be patch 9, I'm going to start doing test server stuff. I'm going to start having a little peek at the test server. Before this I haven't really thought I was good enough to look at the test server and do reviews and all that kind of stuff, but it seems that I'm getting good responses from it, so you guys are liking what you're hearing, which is awesome. So I might look into test server stuff. Just give me ideas. Any ideas what you want to do, videos you want me to look at, stuff, suggestions for games to play, maybe to deviate from World of Tanks if you want. I mean, I might be getting Battlefield 4 if I can convince the wife to let me have it. Just let me know. Drop me either an email or in the comment section. I'm not fussed. So, Comet then. That's the review done. Husky, if it was you, I think it was you. There you go. Good luck to grinding it, guys. Enjoy playing it. Yeah, it leads on to the Centurion, and I am seriously looking forward to the Centurion and the Centurion 7-1. So, as far as I'm concerned, guys, that is the Comet review done. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, usual, if this is the first video you've seen of mine, please subscribe. Plenty of comments. We've got a good group of guys here. Yeah, they will respond to your comments. I'll respond, and the guys in the channel will respond as well. Subscribers will respond. Okay, I'm going to shut up rambling. Take care for now, guys. Bye-bye.